Good morning, everyone. I'm Art Smith. I'm an apostle in Community of Christ. I'm standing here in front of Community of Christ Temple in Independence, Missouri, and I would like to lead you on a little visit to a typical day of Art Smith, Community of Christ Apostle. Here goes. Okay, so I have to admit the day starts with coffee. Getting ready to make my AeroPress, first cup of the day. So we've got two kids. One of them is all grown up and lives in Canada. And the other one, when I'm in town, likes to have a ride to school. That's grade 8, just down the street. Apostles are supposed to lead global witness. We are supposed to invite people into God's justice, into Christ's peace. So I start my day parking up here beside the Community of Christ Temple in Independence, Missouri, and I walk across the World Plaza, and I look up at the peace doors, and I stand for a minute beside the statue of the guys from the book of Isaiah, represented here in steel, beating weapons into farm tools. And that's kind of how my day begins. The Council of 12 isn't meeting today, but this is where we are when we do meet. Translators sit behind the glass, and we have our meetings in English, French, and Spanish. Somewhere in every crazy busy day, I try to find some time just to focus and to be in spiritual formation. And there are different ways to do that. One of the cool places that we have here at the Temple in Independence is this great labyrinth, and it's always good to be able to find a bit of time to come up here and just walk and consider. As an apostle, I'm responsible for Community of Christ in a slice of the world. So a bunch of my time when I'm in town is spent here in my office communicating. Zoom, video conferencing, email, WhatsApp, and social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, keeping in touch with the people of the church. Whenever I can, I like to make it here into the temple sanctuary for the daily prayer for peace. It's a fabulous space. This is where I usually sit, kind of back here in the middle of the sanctuary. If you haven't been here, come on down and see it sometime. There's a wonderful organ. We light the peace candle every day, and you can take a look up into this fantastic spire. My office is a little bit of a museum, and it helps to remind me of the places that I serve in the church. So as the apostle for Caribbean, Mexico, Texas, and Canada, and First Peoples, you can find a bunch of things around my office that represent those places. This is a painting by Henri Dolcema, who was a Community of Christ national minister in Haiti for many years. He's passed on now, but I get to look at his painting when I come into my office every day. Well, it's time for me to head home. Thanks for hanging out with me on this typical day in the life of Art Smith, Community of Christ Apostle. Nice to meet you. Hope to meet you face to face in person someday soon.